There's no doubt President Trump has strong support among Minnesota Republicans and is an overwhelming favorite to win the state's GOP primary Super Tuesday. But some were expecting they might see his GOP rivals, Mark Sanford, Joe Walsh, and Bill Weld, on that ballot too, as a formality.
At the time that we filed, there was only one campaign that reached out to the Republican Party of Minnesota requesting ballot access, and that was the Donald J. Trump for President campaign.
State Republican Chair Jennifer Carnahan sent a letter this week to the Secretary of State saying that only Donald J. Trump's name will appear on the GOP ballot. At least one of his rivals is threatening to sue over it.
The Republican Party of Minnesota is doubling down on Donald Trump as a presidential candidate.
Expert Stephen Scheer says the party has every right to make Trump the only candidate. In fact, both Republicans and Democrats sometimes just cancel their state primaries to support the incumbent. But this move also eliminates the protest vote option.
You really have no idea how many Republicans are dissatisfied by Trump because they can't vote against him in the Republican primary.
Our job is to deliver our state's 10 electoral votes to President Trump on November 3rd of 2020, and that's what our strategic operations and field program is pointed towards.
The operation of the election will be up to the Secretary of State's office and the city and county clerks around the state. But ultimately, the primary is a party function, and it's up to the parties to decide who's on the ballot. For KARE 11 News, I'm John Croman.
Well, just